Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be installing a block heater cord on my 2013 Ram 3500 with the 6.7 liter Cummins engine. The element is installed underneath the exhaust manifold, and you can't see it without removing some equipment from your vehicle. So the first thing you're going to do is open the top of the air cleaner box, unplug the sensors, remove this flexible elbow, and then the intake horn piece below it, and that will give you access to get to the plug, which is on the side of the block down there. So I'm going to remove this equipment, and then I'll come back to show you where the plug is at. Alright, I'm back. So the way that you get this equipment off your truck, to get the air cleaner box off, you have to remove 3 screws here, here, and here, and loosen the hose clamp that goes on to the end of your air box. And then you'll angle the lid up and then pull it out. And then after that, you'll loosen the next hose clamp down. This goes together like this. So you'll loosen that hose clamp and pull that. And then there's another hose clamp on the boot, on the turbo, that goes around the bottom of this piece. You have to pull them out separately. You might be able to reach in there and undo the lower one, but it's difficult to get to. So once you've done that, you'll have access to a couple of sensors in the elbow that comes off of your air cleaner box. This is your intake air temperature sensor, and this is your MAF sensor. And what I did is I got a can of mass airflow sensor cleaner and liberally sprayed everything down, made sure it was clean. It's improved the idle, the throttle response, and the fuel mileage on my truck. The other thing that I did, and I don't know if this is as important, is I pulled and cleaned the MAP sensor. This sensor was pretty much entirely blocked with soot, and I cleaned it as well. So once you've pulled your intake horn, then you'll be able to see the boot that connects to the front of your turbo. You can look in there and see your turbo blades. I've got a lot of oil fouling because of the crankcase ventilation. So the place where we're going to connect our block heater cord is right down there. It's usually covered by a black plastic cap that unscrews, and it's quite difficult to reach in there. You may have to pull this clamp off of the boot, because if you don't, then you may end up cutting the back of your hand. So once you've got everything taken off to that point, you'll simply plug in the 2-pin cord and screw on the retainer nut, and then route your cord towards the front of the engine. And that gives you the ability to use the block heater. I'm in Texas, so it doesn't get incredibly cold here, but it's nice to have the capability to plug the truck in to assist with cold morning starts. Sometimes we get down into the single digits, the teens, 20s here. And it also assists with reducing the amount of warm-up time that you have. So I'm going to pause the recording here and install the cord, and then I'll come back and show you how I have it installed and where I have the cable routed. Okay, I'm back. So what I've done is I've plugged in the block heater cord and screwed down the retainer nut, and then routed the cord forward and down behind the oil filter. And then it's hard to see there, but I've routed it down below the AC compressor, and I'm going to attach it along the frame rail. And as you can see, I've got it out the front of the truck now. I'm going to see if I can bring it out to somewhere near the tow hook here, and then that way I'll be able to access it easily. So to do this job, at minimum, you'll need either an 8mm ratchet or a nut driver that is 8mm. and then that will let you get out the 3 screws and loosen all the hose clamps. So once you've done that and you have your cord in place and it's tied down the way you want it, you'll want to make sure that you don't have any debris inside of the boot for the turbocharger. And then you want to make sure that you get the other boot components put back together properly and firmly reattached. And once you've done that, then your entire system should be sealed. One thing you want to check while you're here is the condition of your air filter. My air filter needs to be replaced. I don't have one on hand. I'm going to go to the parts store after I get everything back together while I'm out testing, and I'll grab another air filter and change that out. So that's going to be it for today. I'll get everything back together and get a test drive on this thing and see how it's working. And then in the next few days we should be in the 30s. So I'll plug it in and see if that helps. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.